Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we figure out what's really going on with big companies. Today, we're diving into a 10K report. And trust me, this one's got more twists and turns than a budget airline route map. We're gonna decode Wheels Up, a major player in private aviation. Get ready for a bumpy ride. It seems like they've been working hard on a modernization plan. Wheels Up just filed their annual report, or 10K, with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a big, comprehensive overview of how the company performed over the last year, what their plans are, and all the juicy risks that keep their executives up at night. This isn't just about profits and losses. It's a story told in numbers and legal jargon about a company fighting to stay airborne. This report covers the year ending December 31, 2024. Buckle up, because we're about to take off into the world of private jets, high finance, and strategic maneuvers. First things first, let's talk money. The report highlights that as of June 30, 2024, the total value of the company's stock held by regular investors, not the bigwigs, was about $168.7 million. Now, before we get too deep, there's a warning sign posted right at the beginning, forward-looking statements. Basically, Wheels Up is saying, hey, we're making some educated guesses about the future, but things could change. Keep that in mind as we go. One of the biggest risks, they might not be able to pull off their growth plans. This includes changes to their membership programs and trying to cut costs. If they can't, things could go south. Another major red flag, Wheels Up has a history of losing money. They haven't consistently made positive cash flow. This means they're spending more than they're bringing in, and it makes it hard to predict future performance. A key part of their strategy is what they call their fleet modernization. Imagine upgrading your old car to a sleek new model. They want to switch out some of their older planes for newer, more efficient ones. This involves transitioning from operating several types of jets like Cessna Citation and Hawker to two, Embraer Phenom 300 and Bombardier Challenger 300 series. If they can't do this on time, or if it doesn't work out as planned, their business could suffer. And there's the ever-present risk that people will simply stop wanting to fly private as much. If the economy tanks or tastes change, fewer people will be shelling out for those luxury flights. The private aviation market is a dogfight. Lots of companies are vying for the same wealthy customers. This makes it hard to gain market share or even keep what they have. One of their key partnerships is with Delta Airlines, but Delta could potentially pull the plug on their agreements. This would be a major blow, as that Delta partnership provides a lot of business to Wheels Up. Like any company, Wheels Up relies on key people. Losing those people or not being able to find qualified pilots could hurt their operations. There is an industry-wide shortage of pilots, which can greatly increase labor costs. There's a risk they might have overvalued some of their assets, which can cause them to write off value of the asset, resulting in losses. This includes what they think their planes are worth, also known as residual value. If those planes aren't worth what they think they are, it's bad news. And don't forget fuel costs. A spike in jet fuel prices could seriously eat into their profits. Safety is, unsurprisingly, a huge deal in aviation. Wheels Up emphasizes safety through Safety Management Systems, or SMS. Pilots are required to hold an FAA airline transport certificate exceeding normal requirements and participate in simulator assessments. The government plays a big role in aviation. The Department of Transportation, or DOT, and the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, make the rules. Any changes or crackdowns could cost Wheels Up money and disrupt their operations. These agencies could decide to suspend or revoke their certifications or approvals. Privacy and data protection are also big concerns. They handle a lot of sensitive information, and if they mess up, they could face fines and legal trouble. Despite all of these potential issues, Wheels Up is trying to position themselves for success. In October, they announced this fleet modernization strategy. It involves streamlining the types of jets they operate to improve efficiency and customer experience. They are trying to grow and adapt by acquiring businesses, as well as entering key strategic partnerships. They sold their aircraft management business to an unaffiliated third party, further streamline their operations by removing the complexity involved with managing a large array of operations certificates. Cost control is a big theme. They're trying to cut expenses by operating more efficiently and finding ways to save money that don't directly affect members. For example, they have been streamlining their FAA operating certificates. This is a big step because it is intended to help harmonize the entire company, making them more efficient. Now for a concerning detail, their internal financial controls aren't up to snuff. Management admits there was a material weakness in their financial reporting. This means there's a risk of errors slipping through the cracks, potentially leading to misstated financial results. IT systems and applications that are relevant are not appropriately segregated. To raise money, they've issued more shares of stock in the past, which dilutes the value of existing shares. They might do it again in the future, which could further drop the stock price. There are also some unusual restrictions on who can own and control their stock. To comply with federal laws, there are limitations imposed on non-US citizens, which is described in their certificate of incorporation. Alright, time to look at some numbers. Remember that $168.7 million figure for stock value, that's a starting point. Now, their losses have been significant, with a net loss of $339,635,000, which is down from a $487,387,000 loss from the year prior, showing that they are making progress with losses under control. They're also tracking adjusted EBITDA, which is a way of measuring profit that excludes a bunch of expenses. It looks like they had negative $117,873,000 in adjusted EBITDA, compared to negative $145,868,000 the prior year, which shows that although it's still in the negative, the company is heading in the right direction. They own a lot of equipment. As of the end of 2024, that came out to $348,300,000, with most of it coming from owned aircraft. One more thing that's quite concerning. The company admits that their controls and procedures over financial reporting weren't effective as of the last day of 2024. They identified a material weakness in the company. This is in the information technology, IT systems, and applications that are relevant to financial reports. Let's summarize the strengths and weaknesses and what this means. On the positive side, it's good that Wheels Up is focusing on controlling its costs and seems to have a strategy in place to meet the diverse needs of individuals and businesses. The partnership with Delta also gives them a good edge. The company faces substantial risks ahead. They are dependent on factors outside their control, face competition in the private aviation market, and are not generating positive cash flow. The company also needs to make sure their financials are in order, as it admitted material weakness in its control over financial reporting. This should absolutely be addressed to ensure the reports are accurate and maintain investors' trust. Another note, there's some interesting voting limitations placed on non-US citizens. This might impact the long-term ownership structure. Overall, this report paints a picture of a company in the middle of a major transition. This is a business with potential, but also with significant challenges. It's a high-risk, high-reward situation. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful in understanding the business world, please subscribe to the channel, hit like and comment with any suggestions. Thanks for tuning in.